Coverage you can count on continues. With Storm Team 10 meteorologist Everett Lau.
Good evening. As we look at the Storm Team 10 storm tracker, we do have scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. Right now, a lot of the activity off to the northeast, but still pretty scattered about just to the north of Paris, moving over towards Dana, some steady rain. And then also from Clay County down through Owen County and into eastern Greene County, seeing some showers and thunderstorms. But I do want to point out down to our southwest, as we loop this into motion, you can see this is just the first round coming through. We have another line trying to work its way into southwestern portions of the area. And that's a severe thunderstorm warning to the west of Salem, Illinois. That thunderstorm could be producing some hail. And that is tracking off to the east, so we'll be watching that as it moves into Clay County, Illinois. So we're still going to have the possibility for additional rounds of showers and thunderstorms until we get to about midnight tonight. So you can see the bigger picture. We still have this secondary line that's tried to fight her up. So we'll see how that advances off to the east. So when it comes to the threat for some of those stronger storms, the greatest chance of that's going to be down to the southwest, and even then it's a marginal threat. So level 1 out of 5. A lot of times in a situation like this, these storms will briefly pulse up, produce some hail, and then kind of fall apart and recycle. So that's something we'll monitor as those storms work through southwestern parts of the Wabash Valley. But for many of us, we won't have to worry about severe weather through the rest of the night. But you could hear some rumbles of thunder as this front lifts through the region. So here's Futurecast as we go into the 9 o'clock hour, still seeing that broken line of showers and thunderstorms work through. But notice the clock, by midnight, a lot of this activity has moved out of the area. Behind that, we'll still be dealing with some leftover clouds as we get in even to the first part of tomorrow morning. So while we may have a cloudy start to Monday, the forecast still does show some clearing as we get toward eclipse time. So I know that's what many people are looking for. So the partial eclipse, when the moon shadow will start to impact the sun, we're expecting temperatures to be in the lower 70s with that sky gradually clearing. Partly cloudy conditions when totality occurs, which is just after 3 o'clock in the Wabash Valley. And then by the time the eclipse ends, we'll see temperatures in the mid 70s. It's going to be a breezy day tomorrow, but we will have the possibility for some high clouds streaming across the area. So it may not be a crystal clear view, but as Futurecast shows, as we get into the afternoon, the low clouds move out, but we could still have some high cloud cover across the area. Lesser of a chance of that the farther north you are, but of course the farther north you get, you'll be out of the totality zone. So we may still have some filtered sunshine as we get into eclipse time, but it shouldn't impact our viewing too much. And then as we get into Monday night, expecting a clear sky until clouds start to move back in ahead of our next system. So rain's going to be back in the forecast as we get into Tuesday afternoon. And once again, it looks to be a more scattered about chance for some of that rain. Temperature-wise right now, you can tell a warm front's lifting across the area. We're in the 60s to the south, 65 in Newton and Robinson, 67 in Sullivan, but it's 57 up in Rockville and 55 in Paris. So for the overnight, we'll drop down to 52, so it's going to be a pretty mild night with those showers and thunderstorms moving through early. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, morning clouds, but then clearing into the afternoon, 75. So a pretty nice day to be outside waiting for the eclipse. It'll be breezy with those wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. 54 tomorrow night, so another mild night as clouds start to move back in ahead of our system that brings us a chance for rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Eventually a front will slide through. That'll drop us to 60 on Thursday, but then we start to rebound as we head towards next weekend with temperatures climbing back into the 70s.